this episode of Mythbusters. It's a dog's life. The team is on the trail of 3 canine conundrums.
It's a dog-eat-convict world out there.
First up, it's Prison Break, Mythbusters style, as Adam and Jamie sniff out whether you can beat the bloodhound.
Man, that's incredible.
Then Carrie, Grant, and Tori test mythical techniques to sneak past a guard dog.
Oh my God, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working.
Mush. Finally, Adam and Jamie test the proverb that you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Sit.
Who are the Mythbusters? Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman.
Gets me all worked up just looking at it.
That was beautiful.
Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience.
That was heavy.
Joining them, Grant Imahara.
You feeling lucky, punk?
Tori Belleci.
Somebody order some exploding pants?
And Carrie Byron.
High explosives and electricity. Woo!
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
Have you heard the one about the Dyslexic Philosophers Convention?
No.
The topic of discussion is there a dog?
What are you going on about?
It's time. We're doing an All Dogs Mythbusters Dog Special. We have been inundated with myths from the fans and on the website, and now it's time to put them into a show.
Okay, sounds like fun.
Yeah. Okay, here's what I see. It's another in a long line of adages, like, Rolling Stone gathers no moss and finding a needle in a haystack. We should test the myth that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You ready, old dog? Let's go.
Man's best friend. They're smart, they're talented, and crucially, they're quick to pick up new tricks. But the question is, are our canine companions' learning days behind them when they reach old age?
What's that you say? What's the plan? Excellent question. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think we bring in a couple of dogs and we see if we can teach them some tricks.
Well, they got to be old dogs, because after all, that's what this is about. Maybe we can each take one. We'll train them separately.
They should be also as close in age as possible. I mean, preferably they're from the same litter, couple of brothers, brother and sister, something like that.
And we can do some kind of, like, a dog show. What do you think?
A Mythbusters dog show at the end? That's perfect. Let's do it.
And just as perfect are these beautiful old dogs, Bobo and Cece, an untrained 7-year-old brother and sister pair.
Bobo and Cece appear to be Alaskan Malamutes. This breed is notoriously difficult to train. They're headstrong. So, if we can train these old dogs, this being the worst case scenario, we should be able to train any old dogs. Mush.
Adam and Jamie have just 1 week to get these homeless furballs pulling in the right direction. So they're going to need some expert help. Adam and Cece have enlisted dog trainer Beverly Ulbrich.
So what we've got is somewhat of a contest between Jamie and I, and what I need your help with is to get Cece here to learn how to heel, sit, stay, down, and shake hands all in the next week. Can we do that?
I sure hope so. Let's give it a shot. Bling bling here.
With her shiny new training collar, Cece is ready for lesson number 1, healing.
So the idea with the walk is you want the dog paying attention to you, not everything else around you. If you think about like how a pack travels, there's one pack leader and the rest of the dogs are behind it just following naturally and easily. And obviously right now she's trying to be that pack leader.
Beverly's theory about dog training is to let them know you're the pack leader. So, it's all about conditioning the dog both positively and negatively in ways that the pack leader would do. You give them affection when they do right. You give them a scruff on the neck, just like the pack leader would do when they do wrong. And as long as you repeatedly do that, and you do that exactly when they're doing stuff right and exactly when they're doing stuff wrong, they'll become much more manageable because they all want to be part of a team.
That's the theory. And for old dog Cece, it seems to be working. Already, she's surprisingly well-heeled, which begs the question,
how old is old when it comes to dogs?
Well, how old is old when it comes to people? It's pretty subjective. However, the best estimates that the vet has is that Bobo and Cece were born about 7 years ago, which in human terms, for their size, makes them approximately 50 years old.
That'd be about in the butter zone for our test.
Indeed.
outside and school starting for old dogs Jamie and Bobo. And head teach Gene Donaldson from the SPCA confirms we're starting from scratch.
Bobo, can you sit? He probably has never been taught. He's looking at his mates, will be saying it in Swahili. He has no clue.
Undaunted, Jamie and Gene get classes started. And at this dog school, the curriculum is slightly different.
Gene's technique is influenced by Pavlov, Skinner, even Darwin. We could talk about it in terms of operant conditioning and other things, but it boils down to that if the dog's behavior is good, you reward it. If it's bad, you ignore it.
So I've got leverage in my hand, and at the moment, he's not going to give me a full down, but I got to pay something. This is called shaping by successive approximation. So I'm waiting for that right front leg. As soon as he crosses it, I'm going to pay him. Waiting for the leg. There's the leg.
With Bobo getting down and Cece also responding well to the first day's lessons, doesn't that mean this myth is already busted?
I think the myth is looking pretty bad at this point. The real test will come, I think, with the handshake. I think all the other stuff, heel, sit, stay, those are your pack commands, just getting the dog to understand your words for what it naturally wants to do. But shaking hands, that doesn't happen in the wild. I think that's really going to be where the rubber meets the road and whether or not these dogs can learn a real trick.
Our next myth could get you ripped limb from limb.
Cool. What is it?
We're going to the dogs. It's time to test mythical ways to get past the guard dog.
Oh, cool. Like throwing them a big juicy steak.
We have a whole list of ideas for trying to get past guard dogs.
Man, this sounds dangerous. All right, we're in.
When it comes to breaking and entering, the Mythbusters are, unsurprisingly, experts. Their criminal record includes safe cracking, climbing air ducts, and beating laser beam alarms.
All right, let's get out of here before the cops come.
But today, they're filling the gap in their criminal CV by testing mythical methods to bypass a guard dog.
Okay, guys, what's the plan?
I think the first step is obvious. We need to get ourselves a dog, and I don't want to use just vicious pets. I want to go find a guard dog training school and get a real guard dog.
This is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, as long as you don't get bitten.
Yeah.
The researchers have found just the place to get this myth off the ground. Whitmer Tyson Kennels, where police and guard dogs go to school. And in case you're wondering who let the dog out, Mike the handler did.
This is Ewan. He's a 5-year-old German Shepherd. And what we can do is we can give you a demonstration on how he stops people. One of our main trainers here is Jim. He's going to play the bad guy, and he's going to try and escape.
Jim manages just a few paces before Ewan is on him in a flash of fur and teeth. And it's only that specially designed protective suit that prevents him from being the dog's dinner. So, who's going to be dessert?
Anybody want to try it?
Yeah, Tory volunteers.
Brent works on the principle that although there's no I in team, there is a me.
There
Hey! This is getting scary.
And Tori is once again in the firing line.
Oh! Hey! Good boy! Good boy! Whoa! This dog's got some bite! Oh, yeah, I can feel the pressure on my arm. Oh! Yeah, you got the big suit on, it's going to protect you, but man, you see that dog barreling down on you with his teeth exposed and it's growling, and then it takes a bite on you. It's pretty scary. And then there's a couple of points where he got his teeth around my arm, and I could feel the pressure bite down on my arm. There was, it wasn't the teeth weren't piercing into my skin or anything, but you could definitely feel the pressure.
So that's E1 the guard dog. Fast, focused, and furious. And the team now know what the myth is up against.
Oh, that pinched the skin!
Looks like we got ourselves a good guard dog. E1 is vicious.
Yeah, that dog was biting with over 550 pounds of pressure.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that biting on my leg. So what kind of mythical techniques do we have to get past him?
We have distracting them with a big juicy steak. We have acting aggressive, acting submissive. We also have wolf urine. We have scent of a lactating bitch.
What?
It's supposed to calm them down. We also have urine from a bitch in heat, which is obviously supposed to distract them.
Well, he is a male dog.
Well, we can't forget the enclosure that we're supposed to build to do our experiments.
Well, let's keep that simple. We'll close off an area with the chain link fence. We'll put a safe in the middle, put treasure in it, and then we'll try our different techniques, see if we can get to the safe, get the treasure, and get out safely.
Coming right up, it's the moment of truth for our old dogs.
Sit.
Good girl. And then Adam turns convict to beat the bloodhound.
It's a dog-eat-convict world out there.
Carrie, Grant, and Tori are attempting to beat E1, the well-trained guard dog. They're going to test several techniques to sneak past the four-legged guardian, get into the safe in the center of the compound, and then escape safely with the loot.
So the first tactic I'm going to utilize is diversion. I've got some stakes. I'm going to chuck it in one side of the yard, and then I'm going to try to make a run for it.
I see, and that's supposed to draw the dog's attention away from you.
It always works in the cartoons.
Good luck with that.
Carrie gets into the dog-proof safety suit and then gives it a test run. With Carrie about as mobile as a dog's chew toy, she adapts her heist plan.
I'm not going to be able to throw anything with this. I'm going to get one of the boys to go over the corner and throw it. That's not cheating. Everybody's got a partner in crime.
Tori gets the plan underway by interesting E1 in his meaty treat.
Oh, look, he likes.
Oh, he's looking at
He
it.
like. Oh, you like you like the meat. I think you guys should probably go for it now. No.
Tori's tasty T-bone taunting has bought Carrie enough time to get to the safe. But then Carrie's accomplice turns nasty as Tori throws the steak into the compound.
Not at me! Not at me!
It's a poor throw, but E1 stays focused on the meat and starts to chow down as Carrie heads for an unofficial exit on the far side of the compound. But it's locked.
Hurry, he's eating the meat.
Meanwhile, E1 has finished the first course and goes back to Tori for more. But when Tori doesn't have another steak ready, E1 goes to work.
Move. Oh. Okay. Call the dog. Get him. Oh, that was great. Oh, it worked.
Well, kinda. The delicious diversion did distract E1 long enough to get to the safe and secure the loot. But poor planning meant that Carrie ended up as the main course.
But the necklace is somewhere inside the suit. I swear it's in here. I grabbed it.
So it's plausible to distract a guard dog with tasty treats. But without that suit, Carrie would have been breakfast.
Well done.
Next up, Grant and Tori are tackling two myths which an animal behaviorist and fan of the show suggested. And they're both based on the concept that by using body language, you can persuade the dog to leave you alone. First into the ring is Grant, and the theory is Ewan will take Grant's submissive posture as proof he's not a threat.
Oh my God, this is not working. This is not working. This is not working.
I don't think it's working.
But it doesn't work. Next, Tori attempts to take alpha dog status by getting aggressive. But his top dog impression simply results in him being the dog's lunch. With the score Mythbusters 1, Guard Dog 2, it's back to Adam and Jamie.
So how old is the phrase, you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Well, it's pretty old. It originated from some guy named Fitzherbert who wrote a paper on animal husbandry in 1523.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. The dogge must learn it when he is a whelpe, or else it will not be, for it is hard to make an olde dogge to stoop.
Like I said, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
It's an age-old adage, and the Mythbusters can't resist putting it to the test. On day one, the training went so well, the myth looked busted.
Sit. Good girl.
But in today's session, without pack leaders Beverly and Jean to show them who's boss,
Cece, sit.
well, the dog's personalities are proving obstructive.
We're a little too excited this morning.
Bubba's a brat. First of all, I don't think he's as smart as Cece. I can see it in his eyes. He's a little like... Hey, you can cut that with a shot of him, you'll see it looks the same. Cece is a very shy dog. She is submissive, used to being submissive, and it's very easy for her to just shut down entirely.
Oh... Clearly, Adam and Jamie need help from the professionals.
What I'm seeing here that might be happening is she might be a little more intimidated by you. A lot of times a dog, especially if she's a female dog, she may be more intimidated by males, either just by nature or because whatever men she's been with in her life have been a little rough on her or firm with her, such that she's feeling that way.
But a session or two with confidence-inspiring Beverly and timid Cece is responding not only to the expert...
Gonna sit? Good baby.
Good girl.
She's listening to Adam.
There you go. Good down.
Girl.
Good down. Now she's really engaging. This is great.
Outside, Jean has Bobo the Brat focused, and he's flying through all his lessons. And Jamie's not doing so bad either.
Nice job. I tell you, I've seen a million genius dogs go nowhere because of crappy training.
With 4 days of training complete, our elderly Alaskan Malamutes have come a long way.
Yes, I can give him it. That's it.
Boy.
Good. Good.
But the proof will come in the final exam, when Adam and Cece go head-to-head with Jamie and Bobo in a show dog showdown.
Bobo, you gotta behave or we're gonna make you into a coach.
Adam and Jamie are competing in the Mythbusters Best in Show Dog Trial. They've gone head-to-head to see whether it's really impossible to teach an old dog new tricks.
This is their final exam. We have set up a little dog show place here. We have a scorecard. We have 5 tricks that we've taught them. We're going to see how well we did.
With Myth Turn Jess in position as judge and jury, everyone and every dog is ready.
All right, everybody, and welcome to the Old Dog New Trick final exam. Adam and Cece, you're up first. Let's start with the heel.
Good girl.
With Cece in good position alongside Adam and not pulling on the lead, Judge Jess hands out full marks.
Nice work, Adam.
And that's the story of Cece's day.
Sit. Good girl.
She obediently follows all of Adam's commands.
Down. Good down. Good down. Back up. Okay, shake. Good shake. Very good.
Proving that in just 1 week,
Stay.
she's learned all 5 of the new tricks.
Okay, Nita. Good girl. Very good girl.
The pressure's on. Jamie hates losing. He'll be determined to match Adam's faultless performance.
Down. Down. Good shake. Good boy.
Bobo succeeds in all of the tasks to Judge Jess's satisfaction.
Bobo, stay. Stay.
Until the stay. Maybe Jamie's fur coat threat backfired.
Now you stay there.
Bobo wouldn't hold for the required 20 seconds, but Judge Jess has generously given him a half point for his efforts.
9.5 out of 10 ain't bad at all. So, seems to me that you can, in fact, teach an old dog new tricks.
I agree. This one's totally busted. And one of the more cuddly myths we've ever done.
With old dogs busted, Adam and Jamie have sniffed out another mutt myth.
So, can you clearly communicate what clever canine conundrum you're currently concocting?
What?
What's the myth?
Bloodhounds.
What about them?
We're going to test whether you can trick bloodhounds like they show in the movies.
You and I get to play fugitives?
Something like that.
Oh, cool!
Bloodhounds are the ultimate canine super sleuths. Used for police work all over the world, their capacity for sniffing out a human trail is legendary. And where there's legend, there's myth. Flick on a fugitive film, and you'll likely see bloodhounds being baffled with ease. But is this really true?
So what's the plan with this one?
Well, we got to get a trained bloodhound.
All right, and then I guess we just run them through the paces of things we'd seen them get tricked by in the movies. Backtracking, running in a river, changing your scent?
Yeah.
All right, well, which one of us should be the runner?
Well, something tells me that you'd be better at laying down a scent trail than I would.
Okay. I'm going to say yes just because I want to do it. Let's get straight into this.
Straight into it? Sure.
Can you guess what my role is today? I am the chasee. And I'm going to go over there and try every trick in the book to throw these dogs off my trail. We're going to see what works and what doesn't.
Prison breaky Adams all suited up to be the fugitive. And here's what he's facing.
This is Morgan. He's a 2.5-year-old bloodhound, and he currently works with the San Mateo County Sheriff's Office Canine Unit in San Mateo.
Morgan, Handler Matt, and Jamie are going to need all their tracking experience because there's 6 myths that they're up against. Sourced from the movies and fan emails, each one will supposedly confuse and confound the trailing hound. Looking more like an extra in a George Clooney movie, it's nearly time to say, "Oh, Adam, where art thou?" But first, the plan.
Now the dog and his owner are just over there, so I'm going to have to whisper the next test because they don't know what this is. This next test, I am going to be zigzagging, I'm going to be doubling back on my trail, and I'm going to finish off with a lovely climbing of a tree.
Whoa, so let the games begin. Adam has 5 minutes to get as far away as he possibly can from Morgan, the human-seeking missile.
That was a zigzag.
Adam, looking like a recently escaped Benny Hill character, lays down as many zigs, zags, and doublebacks as he can before scampering up a tree.
Hello, team. This is Convict 1. I'm hidden.
which means it's time to release the hound. And Matt's first move is to show Morgan what the search and rescue community know as the scent article.
Smell.
In actual fact, it's one of Adam's unwashed T-shirts. To get an understanding of exactly how Morgan can find Adam from sniffing his dirty laundry, let's go to a graphic. The scent a bloodhound detects are the millions of skin cells we're constantly shedding. These minute particles carry a person's unique scent signature. They rub off on anything we come into contact with, and we leave a trail of them wherever we go. Adam may as well have left signposts, because what's immediately striking is the pace at which Morgan works. Matt and Jamie, not to mention the unfit crew, are at full pace trying to keep up.
Where is he?
I'm sensing maybe Adam did a little doubling back.
Jamie's on the right track, but it's Morgan's nose that got him there. And pretty soon our police pooch is barking up the right tree.
So good boy, where'd he go? So good boy, where is he? Good boy.
So that's myth number 1 busted, and Adam is on his way back to prison, although he doesn't seem all that upset.
I just want to say, if this looks like fun, it's twice as much fun as it looks like. This is like, who hasn't wanted to try this?
After the break, find out which crazy guard dog technique might actually work.
Yeah! It worked!
And can you trick a bloodhound?
You're just a stinky guy. What can I say?
Put a puppy in a hat and get it to yodel, and it's no wonder that dogs are a man's best friend. But as Carrie, Tori, and Grant are finding out, that's not always the case. They're testing mythical ways to beat a vicious guard dog. Distraction by dinner proved successful, but changing their behavior was a dog's breakfast.
So next thing we're going to move on to
Sense.
scents.
Makes
Makes sense.
Ho, ho, ho. So the team are going to test 3 theories from the fan site. With a spritz of the scent of a lactating dog mother, Ewan will be a puppy in Grant's hands. Carrie will douse herself in wolf urine to intimidate him. And a hint of scent of a hot lady dog, and our alpha male will be distracted enough for Tori to slip by unnoticed. First up is Grant with Ode to Dog Mother.
What's the theory behind this?
Well, the lactating mother smell, they secrete a pheromone that makes the puppies feel more at ease. It calms them down.
So this is supposed to calm the guard dog down?
Yeah.
Grant and his pheromones enter the compound, but Ewan is no one's puppy.
Not working.
It's not working.
That's another one busted. What's next, Carrie?
Now, this is a myth that quite a few people believe, so I'm really interested to see if it's true, see if it works. Wolf urine. Now, urine is a big communicator in the canine world, as I'm sure you've seen dogs marking their territory everywhere. Imagine a wolf marks its territory where a smaller dog is.
Basically, with a splash of stinky wolf wee, fresh from the internet, where else do you get it? Carrie's trying to intimidate Ewan by smelling like the big bad wolf. And at this point, you can feel lucky you're on the other side of the screen.
That's strong. Woo!
But will our guard dog be scared off?
Wait.
Instead of immediately taking a piece of Carrie, Ewan hesitated. But in the end, he wasn't fooled by Carrie in the wolf's urine-soaked clothing.
If you would take a bath in wolf pee, you might survive being attacked by a guard dog.
But I would definitely say plausible because there was serious hesitation there.
next, and the guys are going to try and distract E1 with Ode to Hot Lady Dog.
This is fresh from the kennel, bitch in heat urine.
Tasty. But what's the plan?
The theory is that scent will attract him. He'll think that there's a female dog present, and he'll want to go get nasty. And then I will sneak by him while he's looking for that female.
Carrie wafts the tempting odor under the guard dog's nose.
Oh, yeah.
And suddenly E1 has his mind on another job.
Come on, big boy. Come over here. You smell that?
He's definitely interested. And Carrie ups the stakes with a urine-soaked rag and a little trail of scent along the fence line. Tori tippy-toes inside, and incredibly, the plan appears to be working. E1, oblivious to the intruder, is simply thinking hot lady dog thoughts.
Look at the drool coming off of that dog. Those chops are soaked.
I can't believe it. We just did bitch and heat, and it worked. The dog was totally distracted. He had his face down in the urine the whole time. Every once in a while, he would look up, check me out, see what I was doing, but then he would go back to the urine. I just slowly walked over to the safe, got the jewels, and slowly walked out. I mean, he didn't even act like he was going to try to attack me. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah!
It worked!
Bitch and heat. Give it up. Nice.
While Tori shakes his booty after securing the booty, the final results for beating the guard dog are in. But this shaggy dog story ain't over yet. Many Mythbusters moons ago, in the story of the salsa escape, Adam proved that he's a dab hand at literally breaking out of prison.
And I escaped!
But now the team is testing the myth that on the resulting manhunt,
Yeah, zigzagging didn't work at all.
the bloodhounds can be foiled with a few fiendish tricks. Adam's next escape attempt uses a classic filmic fable. It's the old cross a river to trick a dog technique.
So, gentlemen, this is like a game of hide and seek. The space is a tree. Jimmy, let me know every minute. You know that I'm gone up to 5 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
I'm trying not to let the dog see where I'm going.
Okay. Look at the tree.
And he's off. With a 5-minute head start, Adam attempts to lose his pursuers with multiple river crossings. And just like the movies, he makes his way up one stream for at least 100 feet before getting back to dry land. But did his tactic wash away the trail? At the first watery obstacle, the evidence is no.
Oh, great.
Because Morgan doesn't even pause. He's following and finding Adam like he has a homing device.
Ah, so good, boys! Ah, so good, boys!
No way! That's impossible!
What a good boys you are!
Dude! That didn't take, it took you less time than the first two tests.
You're just a stinky guy. What can I say?
I guess all the sweat from running equals, a bunch of fear pheromones or something. Man, that's incredible. It's a dog-eat-convict world out there.
At this point, the water doesn't look like a terribly good thing to try and use because from what we've learned about talking with these guys and what we just saw, water actually likes the scent. The scent is, kind of hydrophilic, apparently. It likes to collect in low areas, like where the water is. Water's no guarantee that the scent's going to go away.
Incredibly, that's true. As long as the water is slow-moving or still, it has the potential to retain the trail better than dry land. So the myth that water will foil a bloodhound doesn't hold any water. Quite simply, Morgan is just too nosy.
Let's pause for a minute and consider the amazing olfactory capabilities of the bloodhound. For comparison, a human's olfactory center is about the size of a postage stamp, whereas a bloodhound's is about the size of a handkerchief. This difference gives a bloodhound almost 1,000 times the smelling capabilities of a human.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Adam is once again on the run. Maybe he escaped before he had a chance to use the prison gym. Seeing as he won't be able to outrun Jamie and the Bloodhound gang, he once again uses film folklore. In Cool Hand Luke, hero Paul Newman conjures up a cloud of peppery spices that, when inhaled, supposedly blind the dog's noses. Could this be the method that messes up Morgan?
This time I used Mythbusters brand ground pepper. I had a confidant of mine stash it in this barn where I knew it would be. And I sprinkled it all over the floor of the whole barn, and then I jumped out the window. And the theory, this is right from the movies, is that the dog smells pepper. Can't smell human smell anymore.
With his trail trap of nasal disaster set, Adam hunkers down in his hidey hole. And Morgan and his team of human handlers, ignoring the spectacular scenery, soon arrive at the barn.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Couldn't be in there.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Where'd he go?
But after a couple of circuits and no sneezing, Morgan finds the trail leading away from the shed and right to a very busted Adam.
You found me.
Despite the peppery problem, Morgan once again gets his man.
Well, I think we've proved that it doesn't work.
No, it didn't hurt Morgan. So what's next?
I got another one up my sleeve, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I can't wait.
Carrie, Grant, and Tori have beaten the guard dog.
Bitch and heat! Give it up! Nice!
And being bitten by the guard dog.
You know what? The most obvious one, using a stake, actually beat the guard dog. And the bitch and heat scent, that one worked as well.
And you know, I really feel that if you were covered head to toe in the wolf urine, we would have gotten a better result.
If you could stand it. But after watching all of these techniques, I think that we could ramp this one up Mythbuster style.
We're going to build our own technique to beat the guard dog?
Yeah, and I've already got some great ideas.
With the myths tested, the team has a challenge. Can they build something that would let them sneak past a whole pack of guard dogs?
Okay, it'll attach to itself, so once we get going, I think it'll be good.
Carrie, after 2 days of hard work, has built what can only be described as a human hamster ball. Meanwhile, Grant has gone high-tech. He's mounting his battle bot with a taxidermy tabby. To make it more lifelike, Dr. Franken-Grant is using a little robotic wizardry.
He's alive! Alive!
And Tori, well, he's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Well, I'm done. And, really, it speaks for itself.
Back at the enclosure, Grant is first up.
I think initially the dog will be somewhat confused by RoboCat, as most people are, but that primal instinct of chasing the cat or the furry shape that is in cat form will kick in, and that will, it won't be able to resist going after it, and that is the moment when I'll send Tori in, and he'll get the jewels. I feel it. Or the dog will bite his jewels, which will also be funny.
Okay, go ahead and release the dog.
E1 is released, and that age-old cat and dog story begins. Cat runs away from dog, dog chases robotically controlled dead cat. It's a perfect cat burglar plan, until one little misstep by remote control kingpin Grant means accomplice Tori is brunch.
Run!
Run. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to run with an 80-pound dog using you as a chew toy.
Dude.
I don't think it's working, Grant. I don't know. Just a guess.
You had him.
Oh, yeah. Good driving, Kitty.
I don't think you know. This is not your fun time to play with your little cat. There's a dog on my arm.
So that's one zip to Ewan, the guard dog. Tori's next, and he's brought his armored tin can.
As you could tell, I watched a lot of A-Team growing up. And I think that's kind of where I came up with this guy.
It might be a barrel of laughs, and Tori, but for this test, he isn't wearing the safety suit. So there's a real element of danger.
Okay, here he comes.
Coming at you, but doesn't know what to do.
It's all going according to plan, but there are a few scary moments.
How's it going in there?
But Tori manages to inch his way over to the safe safely and secure the loot.
I got it.
Yeah!
It's during Tori's slow crawl home that Ewan works out by gripping the wheel he can get more leverage.
Here!
And Mike the handler calls it off before Tori gets injured by Ewan's 550-pound bite force.
I got it.
No, you didn't.
Man, you threw the towel in too soon. I was robbed. I could have been a contender.
While Tori tells us about the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, Ewan the champ is warming up for round 3 with Carrie, the human hamster.
Dog is in.
I see the dog.
He doesn't even see you.
Ewan looks confused.
He's checking you out, but apparently
He doesn't even see her.
you are invisible. Is that the ball of invisibility?
But it's not long before he works out a high-tech human hamster is trying to sneak across his yard, and he starts tearing into Carrie's ball.
Right at the plastic.
Carrie had built the hamster ball with an easy-access hatch, but it's just too dangerous for her to use it and expose her unprotected arm. So she has to cut a smaller hole instead, and sure enough, she gets the goods.
Got the necklace. Okay. I beat you mutt. I'm getting out of here.
Back at the door, the deadly defect in Carrie's plan becomes evident.
The major flaw in my plan is that the dog will not stop tacking long enough for me to get out the door.
That is a problem.
It's not a problem for her willing teammates, who happily relieve her of the loot.
Pass us the jewels.
Can you get the door? Nice.
Okay.
All right,
bye.
good luck. You're
Thanks.
on your own. Nice work.
Nice. Sweet.
Tori and Grant happily make off with the loot. But with Carrie failing to escape, that's 3 to Ewan and a big fat 0 to the Mythbusters.
You know, guys, I think this could work if we worked in conjunction with each other.
Well, it looks like our techniques for beating the guard dog had a few design flaws.
Like trying to get out of the hamster ball?
You know, I thought my barrel was going to work, but looked like the dog had figured out a way to tip it over.
And he wasn't fooled at all by RoboCat's lifelike appearance.
Yeah, I know I was.
Well, I think people totally underestimate these dogs. They're really well trained.
Yeah, Mike was saying that you can actually train these dogs to ignore things. So I bet if we did this test again, they wouldn't even look twice at that steak.
All I know is that I don't want to be anywhere near these dogs without the bite suit. They're vicious.
Well, taking that and all of our techniques into account, what do you guys want to call this one?
I think we have to call this one plausible.
Yeah, I agree, because we can distract the dogs, but you don't know how long they're going to stay distracted. It's just too risky.
And crime doesn't pay.
Coming up, is rubbing ground coffee all over my body enough to baffle a bloodhound?
Adam is 3 down against Morgan, the world's most sensitive sniffer. But that's no surprise, because his hooter has over 1,000 years of breeding behind it.
You found me.
Let's talk about the origin of the bloodhound.
Okay. Well, we have citations referring to sleuth hounds hunting men as early as the 13th century.
Yeah, but back then, noblemen mainly used them for hunting deer or boar.
And it is commonly believed that the breed was refined and originated at the St. Hubert Monastery in Belgium in the 11th century.
Huh. What's next is washing off and changing my clothes. We have a secret location about 2 minutes from here. We've got a wash basin and a whole new set of clothes for me. I'm going to find it, wash myself off, change my clothes, take off in a different direction. We'll see if that fools the dog. I have no doubt he can find my wash basin. The question is, can he follow me from there?
As predicted, Morgan finds the wash location.
Oh, what a good boy. That's a good boy. Where'd he go?
But for the first time, our intrepid trackers are stumped. But it's not because Adam has washed his scent off, it's because there's too much of it.
I'm guessing he took a shower. This just might be a lot of scent. I don't know if we're having trouble getting out of it or what.
Adam's odor is overwhelming because of all the water and the amount of time he spent there.
I know, where is he?
Matt realizes this and works Morgan over the area looking for the exit point. Meanwhile, Adam, with some time on his hands, relaxes. But Morgan remains focused. In fact, the bloodhound is famous for being patient and stubborn, characteristics that have been selected for just this purpose.
Boys! What a good boy you
Boiled again.
What a good boy you are.
Nice suit.
Thank you. Whoa! What the well-dressed escapee is wearing this year?
Morgan did really well on the test overall. It looked like we had a little bit of a problem at the shed. But actually, in reality, the thing I liked about it is Morgan never gave up. If you can see on the tape, he's always looking for the scent. He's always searching for it. And the two trails that went in and went out were actually, I think, from the way he worked, really close together. So he just kept working until he found the way out. Once he found the way out, he nailed it.
How many more tricks do you have up your sleeve?
I have exactly 2 left.
Well, good luck, buddy.
Thanks. Everybody knows from the movies that coffee is supposed to mask, like, shipped drugs. It's supposed to mask the smell from sniffing dogs. And it is a very strong scent. And so I guess the theory is that it will overpower the dog's olfactory abilities, and he can't pick up my scent. And the cologne, again, is also, something that we're hoping will overpower my odor and throw him off the trail.
Did you smell that?
Even I can smell that one.
Unlike the spicy pepper experiment, which was designed to blind the dog's sense of smell, this coffee and cologne test is all about masking Adam's odor and confusing poor old Morgan.
Good boy.
He smelled like a cheap date, but, at the end of it all, unless you're a cheap date trying to escape, this isn't going to help you out because Morgan found him right away.
I suppose the secret's out about what this test is about.
Yeah, this is just downright mean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
This is a hard one.
Yeah, for us, this is hard. Some people, not hard. For us, this is hard.
The urban environment theory is that it makes it harder for the dog to find me for two reasons. One is that the area is heavily trafficked by other people. The other is that it's harder for him to smell my scent on pavement.
Adam has laid down a 6-block urban maze of a trail. The ultimate test for a bloodhound.
Good boy. Smell. Eat him.
Straight away, it's apparent that Morgan is a little distracted by all the interesting big city smells.
Leave it. Let's go. Where'd he go? Leave it. Let's go. Get to work.
Too much stuff going on here.
Matt, realizing Morgan has lost his focus and the trail,
Leave it. Let's go. Get to work.
brings him back to the start in an effort to pick up on the scent again.
Smell. Get him. Let's go.
The team have clearly followed a different route to Adam, but after 90 minutes of false leads, they finally find their furtive fugitive.
It's a good boy.
An incredible find. But as Adam points out, there was an element of luck involved.
Well, I'm amazed that you found me because I didn't go that way. I came that way. I came through a car park, and in fact, I even left a couple of scent pools for you. I got down on the ground and grinded around, give you a little gimme, and then I came through an alley back there and came this way.
I wouldn't chalk this up to sheer luck.
But I wouldn't call it 100% fine either. I'd say it's somewhere in between. And Morgan's still a young dog, still work in progress, still learning what he's doing. And this is, without a doubt, the most difficult environment for him to track someone in.
Morgan and I haven't yet concentrated on urban environments. It's just possible that if you did it with a dog with more urban experience, you might get a different result.
It's true, there are plenty of documented cases of bloodhounds successfully following a trail through heavily populated areas. But there's no doubting it's tough.
I don't know about you, but I've had enough running for like 3 myths. I'm going to change back into civilian clothes and sleep for a couple of days.
All right, let's clear out.
As the team head home after a hard day hunting and being hunted, Jamie decides that the old film industry proverb, "never work with animals," is totally busted.
This has been really a wonderful experience for us because, working with an animal like this that is so amazing. I mean, Morgan it's like magic what this dog can do. It's also really impressive to see a man working with the dog. It strikes me as something that's more like an art. This isn't just like a machine that's picking up scents. This is a combination of the man and his relationship with the animal, taking advantage of what the animal can do, picking up those little tiny hints of what's going on and trying to pull it together into a composition that ends up catching the bad guy. It's really something special.
Let's recap all the ways we tried to beat the bloodhound. Backtracking, zigzagging, climbing a tree.
Busted.
River crossing.
Busted.
Washing off your smell and changing clothes.
Busted.
Covering your tracks with pepper.
Busted.
Masking your scent with cologne and coffee.
Busted.
And urban environment.
That would be plausible.
He did amazingly.
Yep, a good dog's hard to fool.
Correctamundo.
Mythbusters books and DVDs are available at Dimmix and DVDs at JB Hi-Fi.